My name is Irene Otieno. I'm the Executive Director at National Taxpayers Association, in short, NTA. National Taxpayers Association was established in 2006, and this organization's vision is really to contribute to a government that is more responsive to the needs of its taxpayers. The organization really was established against the backdrop of high corruption, and that still obtains where we see a lot of wastage and inefficiency in the utilization of public funds. So NTA has been working with citizens in Kenya to add their voice to the governance space. But our niche really has been looking at the tax-raising measures that the government of Kenya has been developing. Our concern has been, where is the voice of the citizens? Where is the voice of the smaller players? Where is the voice of the persons living with disability in our tax-raising measures and endeavors? As a team and as an organization, of course, we have had the privilege of engaging with a lot of government documents, looking at the Auditor General reports, looking at the reports from the Controller of Budget, looking at the reports from the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, and we've been able to see the wastage that these institutions have pointed out, the inefficiencies and the areas where we lose critical resources for a country that is plagued with the debt, high debt that we must pay, and equally balancing that with the provision of essential public services. So that is what we concern ourselves with, and we are very proud of the fact that over the years, we have built a critical mass of citizens, around 15,000 citizens spread across the country of Kenya, and in key areas where a lot of our budget goes to. This is the education sector, the water sector, and the health sector. So we've been building capacity of these citizens to engage with budget documents where they can see the correlation between the tax they pay and the essential services that should be provided to them. And we are happy that we have also contributed to tools, the scorecard tools that citizens have been used to collect citizen data, which they have used to engage with their duty bearers. And we are very excited that really we have seen progress. The other program that we at NTA are very proud of is the program on strengthening government services. This is an area and a program that acknowledges that there are some shortfalls in capacity in our government, and so we come together to co-create solutions with them. And we would like to give an example of the work that we had done in select counties by looking at the audit reports that these counties had. And these were some of the counties that had the worst audit reports. But having worked with them, we have seen a change, the audit reports moving from disclaimers and negative reports to better reports. And we feel that this can contribute significantly to the tax morale in Kenya, which is at a low, evidenced by the happenings within the Finance Bill 2024 conversation. So this is an area that NTA has been working significantly by sharing reports, sharing different research pieces that really share what is happening in other jurisdictions. And I also cannot fail to talk about the Tax Justice Program, which for us as a team, we are always excited about, because this is a program that acknowledges that, yes, as a country, we need to raise domestic resources to finance and provide essential services. But how are we raising that revenue? And how do we redistribute that revenue? Are we taxing all people, or are we overtaxing some segments and we are letting some taxpayers off with a lot of incentives? And secondly, also, are we acknowledging that we have different gender roles? So how do you look at households that are single parented households? How are you looking at households that have persons living with disabilities? And there again, how do we redistribute the tax that we have collectively brought? Acknowledging that really only 13% of the Kenyan population is in the formal sector. So if a lot of our tax goes to paying salaries and allowances of state and public officers, what remains for the other segment of the population of Kenya that needs that money to trickle down in form of essential services? So these are our three programs, and we are very excited at how these programs have contributed to the tax and budgeting discourse in Kenya. So we welcome you to support the work of NTA. Feel free to look at our social media handles, look at the work we do, look at where we actually work within the counties, reports of the subnationals, and be able to have those local conversations with our leaders for action.